What's up, guys? It's the Game Bro coming back to you with another special alimony payment of a shooter to check out today. It's Space Megaforce on the Super Nintendo. Last week I looked at the impressive 8-bit Power Strike on the Sega Master System, an early entry in Compile's legendary LS series that was usually at home on Sega hardware. But everyone's got a weakness for a hot 30-year-old homewrecker as Space Megaforce sneaks in the back door, avoids the ring camera, and defiles the Super Nintendo all over your friend's parents' place. But now that we know the LS series has no problem rocking the cradle, let's take a closer look at Space Megaforce. Again, Compile had a thing for not wanting to adopt its stateside kids into the LS family, but Space Megaforce is the 8th entry in the series. Developed by Compile and published by Toho, Super LS was released in Japan April 28, 1992, and in America as Space Megaforce in October of the same year. It's a vertically scrolling shooter that's single player only and also features a score attack short game to get things warmed up with 4 stages. But why does Space Megaforce get overlooked for Musha in the 16-bit war? Why does Anne Hathaway get overlooked for Marion Cotillard in The Dark Knight? Why do girls spit instead of swallow when it's already in their mouth? I know they like cleaning, but it just seems counterproductive. Let's check out the plot. In 2048, a mechanical sphere comes from space and attacks cities around the world. The sphere hovers over the jungles of South America as it expands and draws energy from the foliage. Fuck, it's vegan. The defense system thwarts all Earth attacks, and the original LS failure prompt the construction of a fighter with weaponry that's more complicated than a Christopher Nolan wet dream. The Super LS fighter, or Space Megaforce fighter, is tasked with destroying the sphere and its reinforcements, and the game unfolds over an insane 12 fucking stages. Your ship looks badass, especially on the cover, and the controls are tighter than a 20-year-old virgin that hasn't discovered Bad Dragon yet. The speed of the ship is adjustable, but wanna know something cool? I'm not gonna fucking tell you, man. Alright, I will. Speed can be adjusted while the game is paused. How fucking rad is that? The weapon system is more elaborate than your girl's period and ovulation cycles, but you find an attack that works for you and finish inside anyway. Looks like it's time for a morning after. There's 8 numbered weapons that take the place of your main shot, each able to be powered up 6 times by picking up the orange eggs. Dude, you remember those oatmeal with the fucking dino eggs? I fucking love those, especially when they melt and you get that like sweet tart candy. Fuck, that was the tits. Each weapon has at least one alternate, and you get some bombs for when your ass is backed into a corner. When you're fully powered up, you feel like a fucking god, even able to take a few hits, but respawn with nothing, and you feel like that other asshole on the cross who stole like a fucking apple or something. Visually, Space Megaforce is a masterpiece, and although the theme is pretty typical or generic, Mode 7 is used more liberally than a Tech 9 and Columbine. The second level's rotating station shows this off, as well as the scrolling backgrounds and asteroids later on, giving more depth to the 2D shooter. It's the best LS game that I've played so far, and there's very little slowdown, which is impressive on the Super Nintendo when you think of what happens in Biometal. The level design is pretty fucking sick, but gets kinda drawn out as complete playthrough takes an hour. Some stages are way too long, and although there's great variety from forest, space, that one level where you get flushed down the toilet to fight the army of abortion your girls keep getting rid of, the game just starts to feel a bit repetitive. Again, with the difficulty, it's so fucking Compile, it's Compile. The first few stages aren't bad, but by level 4, it's get fucked. It's losing both parents in a plane crash the same day you get fired from air control. It's a girl cheating on you with your brother, but now your family's gonna think you gave your sister AIDS. There are difficulty settings to make it even harder, but if you really want to get struck by lightning in the dick, there's a tricky and wild setting that turn exploding enemies into shrapnel bombs. Fuck that. The smaller enemies look like everything else you've seen before in the LS series, but the bosses are fucking incredible, take up the screen, force you all over the place, to the base style fuckers that just fall off the screen. Some you come across pretty quick in the levels, but the first stage takes 7 fucking minutes to get to the boss. The best is saved for last, as the final boss is worth that hour wait. But the one boner kill is the soundtrack. It's a fucking letdown compared to the other LS games or shooters on the console. It's not even so much the composing of the tracks, but how they're presented on the hardware. Either way, throw on the Veronicas, hit a line, and get to work. It's a great pick up and play, as the first stage is fun and inviting, and you can just jump right in the action. Replay value is also through the roof with endless weapon possibilities and that short mode if you're just looking for something to do while they Narcan your girl the 3rd time this week. You'll need one too when you see the price tag for a complete copy. A decent complete copy of Space Megaforce averages $1,500, but listings for sealed copies are seeing asking prices of $17,000. Don't even bother resuscitate me, bro. This is easily my favorite game on the console so far, and it's showcased material for sure. But in the genre, it's often overlooked, being released into a flooded market, competing against the Genesis and PC Engine, 2 consoles with way more STG STDs than the SNES. Either way, this is a fuck worth the 2 weeks of antibiotics. If Power Strike last week was banging your old teacher, Space Megaforce is your friend's mom that's only gotten hotter as the decades pass. She's a monumental fuck with big titties, perfect ass, and a set of lips that sucks dick for bus tokens and walks home anyway. To her, she gets her groove on and moves on. But to you, is an hour you'll remember forever as the first time you conquered your own kryptonite, finally slaying that blonde bombshell. Anyway, guys, hope you liked the vid. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that fucking bell button if you want them notifications. Always remember to cheat on your games, not your girls. I've been the Game Bro, and I am out.